You know what we need, Cole, is one of those.
Clappers.
Is that what it's called? A clapper?
I don't know.
I don't know. The thing that
Okay, you
says,
put your hands in front of your face again. Stop it.
oh, did I do that again? How about if I put them right like this, like a
Yeah, yeah.
goalpost?
No, don't
Okay,
get
don't
close to
do
your
that. Okay.
face.
All right.
Yeah,
So
we need one
seriously,
of
we
those
need
like
a,
in the movies. We'll
yeah,
look real professional again.
it
Again,
would look really good. And
yeah,
you know
and
what?
content wouldn't matter because we got a
That's
professional
right.
clapper.
That's right. And you know what we're also going to do that's going to put us over the top? We're going to switch to a different platform recording. That's going to up it. And
Oh,
then, seriously, and then we're going to add music intros.
oh my gosh. Now
And
let's
then we're
don't
going to
get too
graduate to
polished.
music
No,
outros.
no,
Seriously, it's going to be
no.
great.
Let's don't get too polished. I like it the way it
I
is.
know. Yeah, okay. All right. So, what's on your mind today, Cole?
Let's talk about rules or advice we've been given along the way that at the time might have, we might have thought, wow, I should do that because it comes from an expert or it comes from a curator or a juror or a judge or a whatever.
Yeah.
But as we've gotten older, we realize, boy, that wasn't really that good of advice.
So,
You've
so do
got great ones
you?
about the noon sun, midday sun, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So you telling me I shouldn't be going out with a set of rules in my head when I go out to photograph? Like, just be sure I don't cut my frame in half. Be sure not to center something in the middle. Things like that. Use the rule of thirds at all times for every photograph. So I shouldn't be thinking about any of that when I make my photographs.
Yeah, I'm afraid you should not be.
Yeah, I don't know of any, but well,
So you've got one. You talk about there's good sun and bad sun. You've had
yeah,
experiences
yeah.
where
Well,
people
that
say
gets,
that.
you can tie that in with kind of labeling stuff, right, Cole? When you start to label and use those rules and say, I'm not supposed to go out at this time of the day because it's harsh midday sun.
Harsh
We're
light, yeah.
labeling that as hard rather than, hey, what do I do with that sun? Right? There's always
Or
something.
not shooting into the sun. I can't tell you how many of my images are shooting into the sun.
Yeah. It'd be fun. Comments below. How many, name some of those rules. We've named a bunch of them here, but Cole and I have been sort of assembling and amassing this list of all the rules that we hear when we're out in the field leading workshop participants. It's amazing. And so my end game is to go out and photograph what feels right. And I remember way back when Tony Sweet, when I was learning with Tony, I would say, does that look, the horizon, right? Does that look okay? And he says, John, it looks okay, however you want it to be. You know,
Exactly. I don't know why, but I saw so many in our last photo tours using these leveling. They constantly have their level on the thing and they're working at great length to get this perfectly level. And I say, being level is not what you should strive for. It should so that it looks right.
right.
And sometimes that means you're putting it off level because it looks better that way.
It does. That's like out in the
Centering
dunes.
the image, subject. I was told to not center my subject, to not put my horizon on the center line. All kinds of these rules that just don't make sense to me. You got to learn to see beyond the rules and just what feels right, the composition.
So how do you feel about that off-quoted phrase? Well, you need to learn the rules to break them.
I think it's a stupid, stupid comment.
How do you really
Rule.
feel?
I mean, really, that is so dumb.
It
It's
really
like,
it makes no sense.
no, it is so valueless. If you're shooting pretty calendar shots, then by all means learn the rules because the masses love all of those little compositional rules. But if you're learning to express something that's inside of you,
Yeah.
there are no rules that apply, none.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So I guess the bottom line on this for both of us is, if you've learned some rules along the way, you're a member of a club, and people are preaching rules all the time, take them as suggestions. Please don't make them rules. And then more importantly, just start to focus on making images that make your heart sing, as I like to say, or that have to do with how you feel rather than, if it feels right to put it in the
Yes.
middle, put it in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah.
Right. And then honor that vision moving forward. And my friend Nancy Rotenberg used to say, fight for your vision. So when she was doing image critiques, she would say, look, this is just me with an opinion. if you don't agree with me, just because I'm leading the workshop doesn't mean you can't fight for your vision. So tell me that, well, I remember there was an image that was shown, and the rule not followed was to simplify. You should simplify. There was way too much chaos in this image where there was a red cardinal, a beautiful bird, right, in this bush, and it was really busy. And so Nancy made that comment of, well, it's just really busy, and the bird doesn't seem like it's the primary subject. And the viewer, I'm sorry, the maker of the image said, but I wanted to show you the bird in its natural habitat. Oh, well, then you've succeeded. So really good example, right? Of, the rule is irrelevant for what the maker of that image wanted to share.
Yeah. What was your intent?
What was the intent? Yeah, so important. If it was to make you feel uncomfortable, which a lot of artists do, then they'll succeed, right? But if you want to make pretty pictures, like you said, well, maybe you follow some rules. But if you want to make images that are uniquely yours and show your vision, forget about the rules and just make images.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, I think we're under 5 minutes on this one.
People, oh my gosh, really,
they'll really appreciate that. Maybe we should fill up the extra time. Do you got a good joke?
I'm sure I do, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, well, that's my problem too. The older I get, whenever it's like somebody says to my wife, say something in Hungarian because she speaks fluent Hungarian. At that very moment, it's like, tell me a joke.
We should have some photo jokes.
We should.
I've never heard a photo joke before.
Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be one or two out there. We'll make some up and we'll share those jokes with you next time. Folks, we sure appreciate you staying with us. I hope you're enjoying the better quality.
Yeah. Take care.